All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you are. This is your brother Bob Takusi. I'm actually speaking to you today from Dallas, Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the Otech Pros Roundtable. Otech Pros and founders around the world. That's how we call our webinar. So I have my brothers here. Collins Mana is with us here. Vincent Ete, Oliver has parental duties today. He's actually connected, but I don't think he will come online. If time permits, he might, but I'm not expecting him. And then, of course, we try to highlight the founders around the world, the unsung heroes, those that are working behind the scenes. They are doing great things, but they are not known. That's what we try to do here. We bring them and show and put the flashlight on them. And then we also educate, should it requires, we educate, we ignite, and we inspire. So that's all what this Otech Pros Roundtable is all about. So when we call on you, you can either educate us, tell us something we don't know, or something that you think is worthy of us knowing. You can ignite us, or you can inspire us. So today we have our big brother, Brother Madi, is in the house with us. And we have our founders and Engineer Mike, of course. So we can say the Otech Pros plus Engineer Mike. Welcome, Engineer Mike from Canada. I have Sister Marcienne is here with us. And our guests today are Francine. Francine, a wonderful job. We saw you at Martin and Chris this morning. That was outstanding. Our brother Ofe is joining us from France. And Mr. Georges Conan is joining us also from Côte d'Ivoire. I heard from him. We listened to him, I think, a couple of weeks ago. He just inspired us. So we said, let's bring him up again and flash that light a little bit more for him. And of course, our brother Merin Serge, who works closely with Sister Marcienne. Merin Serge is joining us from Germany. So, as far as I'm concerned, just to start off, guys, I'll go straight to Mr. Ash's health. Mr. Ash, we all know that this week he had minor surgery. He's out of surgery. Brother Madi and Chris sent us a video telling us that everything went well. So Ash is in good health. He's going to be fine. He just needs some rest. I personally think it is just the master plan. It is just a master plan by that higher power who is hovering over Ash Mufara, who needs him to take a step back, relax a little bit, absorb the enormity of the moment that is about to ensue, sit down with his family, his wife, his children, his parents, and then, take a deep breath, because we know when Mr. Ash comes back and he presses that button, things change forever. So this is a great moment, and I think it's just that way for him to just take some time, step back and relax with his family before coming out. He told us 2 weeks ago that he was going to be gone for 2 weeks, but he did not even last 1 week. He came back on Tuesday, 5 days. You see, so Mr. Ash is very eager. He's very eager to come out and deliver his promises to us. So let's rest assured, everything is fine. He told us everything is fine. Everything is on track. So let's just relax and enjoy the moment. These are our last faces. We want to forget this moment immediately he opens the tap. So I'm going to just relax it here. And I'm going to call on, I know Mr. Georges is calling from Côte d'Ivoire, and he might have technical problems. So since we have him on with his camera on, please, George, I see George, and then I see Yao. Is that Yao? Yao also. So George will go, Yao will go, because we know they are from Côte d'Ivoire and network is unstable. So Mr. George, nice to see you again. I hope you can hear me. Georges Conan.
Oui, je crois qu'on doit traduire pour lui.
Okay. Okay. Tonton Vincent.
Hear you, but unfortunately he couldn't answer clearly because he can't speak English, unfortunately. Thank you.
Ça va. Vincent is going to help us.
Il va falloir qu'on traduise un peu pour nous, parce que c'est
leader George, donc notre frère Bob disait que bon, aujourd'hui nous sommes libres d'expliquer s'il y a quelque chose que vous pouvez nous expliquer mieux. Bon, il n'y a pas de questions spéciales. S'il y a quelque chose que vous pouvez aller, langue où vous voulez nous expliquer, vous pouvez le faire. Vous êtes libre de nous expliquer pour qu'on puisse avancer. Donc, à cause du problème des réseaux, il aimerait que vous commenciez le premier et puis après, ça sera suivi de M. Osiekoya. Comme ça, là, on ne va pas vous perdre. Au cas où il y a un problème des réseaux, au moins vous avez fini de vous exprimer. Donc, le micro est à vous. C'est à vous de commencer. Merci, Georges.
Ok, merci. Merci beaucoup. Merci à M. Vessaïté pour votre brève traduction. Je vais dire merci à Bob, merci à Mathieu Gamo, merci à Sèche, à tous ceux qui sont dans le panel. Il faut dire que on n'a pas grande chose, c'est qu'aujourd'hui, notre mission, c'est que tous les Africains puissent comprendre le fonctionnement de notre opportunité en passive. En passive, quelque chose qui vient nous aider, surtout nous les Africains. Vous voyez que là où je suis ici, on a toujours des problèmes de connexion et tout cela. L'Afrique est sur la voie où nous devons apporter plus pour le développement. Donc, ce que je voulais dire, c'est que aujourd'hui, si tous les Africains se réunissent, qu'ils comprennent la vision de ONPASSIVE, nous allons comprendre qu'il est bon et meilleur de venir simplement rentrer dans la lutte, parce que ce combat que nous sommes en train de mener, c'est la liberté financière et libérer les hommes enclavés, surtout en Afrique. Vous êtes en Europe, c'est vrai, mais ici, c'est pas facile. Ici, c'est pas facile. Il y a des zones, la connexion est difficile. Il y a des zones d'électricité. Qu'on appelle que depuis le matin, ils ont coupé le courant chez moi ici. Il n'y a pas de courant. Vous voyez un peu? Mais je crois bien que nous attendons fermement l'avenir d'un passif pour décanter une situation au niveau de nous, les Africains, parce que il y a beaucoup de choses qui nous restent. Il y a beaucoup de choses qu'on doit vraiment chercher à capter d'abord avant d'aller sur le développement. C'est pourquoi je demande à tous les Africains, il y a un souci majeur au niveau de l'Afrique, l'unité. Tant que nous, les Africains, nous ne sommes pas unis et que nous allons en rendre dispersés, même dans notre opportunité, si nous allons en rendre dispersés, et si nous avons eu les moyens, comment nous pourrons développer l'Afrique? Aujourd'hui, on parle du développement lorsque les gens sont unis en train de se donner des idées, en train de permettre à chacun de développer sa connaissance. Mais si nous sommes assis et que chacun veut aller de son côté, comment nous pouvons progresser? Et là, il y a un pincement au cœur au niveau de nous, les leaders Afrique, au niveau de ONPASSIVE. Nous devrons être unis, hein? Nous devrons se regrouper et chacun puisse apporter son savoir. Aujourd'hui, M. Vincent Etienne peut m'envoyer des connaissances, mais si petit que je suis ici, il peut avoir quelque chose aussi de ma part qui peut avancer, qu'on appelle la position de ONPASSIVE, même ici en Afrique. Parce que ici en Afrique, on a besoin d'un coup d'aide, un coup pour qu'on puisse avancer, un soutien. Mais si nous n'avons pas cette culture de l'union, comment on peut organiser les choses pour bien partir? C'est pourquoi je voudrais demander à tout un chacun, ceux qui m'entendent, qu'ils soient fondateurs ou soit membres affiliés, nous sommes tenus à nous réunir, devenir un et faire les choses pour avoir la force pour désenclaver cette Afrique qui est vraiment qu'on appelle coincée. Ils ne savent pas comment avancer. Vous voyez, aujourd'hui, excusez-moi un peu le terme, aujourd'hui, il y a beaucoup de personnes qui se sont vraiment livrées à de l'argent impur. D'autres ont fait des sacrifices humains pour avoir au moins un peu. Ils ont vendu leur âme. D'autres ont fait des business qu'on appelle des choses corrompues. Mais ici, en passif, je crois bien que nous devons penser à cela parce que c'est de l'argent pur, sain, que nous allons avoir. Parce que ici, on passif crée des produits réels. On passif fait qu'on appelle est dans la légitimité. Il est légitime. Et celui qui vient ici, vous voyez, on n'enfreint à aucune loi. Et ce que nous sommes en train de faire, c'est logique, c'est juste et c'est bon. Et c'est pourquoi je demande à tout un chacun de se joindre, de voir cette vision-là comme une manne descendue du ciel. Parce que ce que M. H a fait, c'est salutaire. On ne sait pas comment il faut le remercier, mais c'est à nous. C'est à nous de comprendre le système. C'est à nous de se réunir. C'est à nous de comprendre là où nous allions. Si nous connaissons la vision de ONPASSIVE, je crois bien que tous les Africains doivent acclamer ce que ONPASSIVE est en train de faire et de rentrer ensemble dans une même vision afin d'obtenir ce que nous avons besoin. Je vous remercie, c'est ce que je voudrais dire un peu.
Grand merci, mon frère. Grand merci. Francine, can you do the translation of what he said to us?
The translation maybe not. I am not qualified.
Okay.
But I can extract the essence of what our brother Kwadjo just said a few minutes before. Mr. Kwadjo is pleased to be with us here on this platform today. And he has one message, the message of unity, because Africa has suffered for a very long time. And Mr. Mufare's vision for Africa today is the anchor on which we all have to go and get our strong hold. We don't need to come to ONPASSIVE divided. We have to be in one and only one hand in order to bear fruits. He mentioned that Africa is in a huge, not poverty, but need of development. He mentioned that as of today, they have been without electricity since morning. And he cannot continue naming all the difficulties and the challenges they could face on a daily basis. Now, if we know something, we have to share that knowledge in order to everyone and each one of us be in a better position. He also mentioned the corruption. We see a lot of corruption in our continent because people are poor and they need by any means to become rich. Then he spoke about dirty money. We know all how money could be dirty. And here in ONPASSIVE, what we are having has a traceability. We know where the money is coming from, and we have project to realize with that clean money. So I think in a nutshell, that was the message Mr. Kwadjo shared with us now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sister Francine. That was well done. We call it organic money. ONPASSIVE money is organic money. What Mr. Ash Mufara is about to do is about to infuse trillions of dollars, trillions into the world economy organically. We know where the money is coming from. So don't worry about it. It can never be dirty money because we know the source of the money. So let's turn it over to Mr. Yao. Yao, please.
Allô?
Yes.
Bonsoir à tous.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Yao.
Dieu nous protège toujours. Je dis merci.
Vous êtes là?
Aux initiateurs comme Dash. Allô? Do you hear me?
Yes.
On m'entend?
Oui.
OK. Alors, donc, j'étais en train de dire que je dis merci à Georges pour l'idée lumineuse qu'il a avancée. Pareil pour ceux-là même qui sont déjà passés. Je vais dans la même direction que mon frère Georges. La pauvreté fait que le cerveau ne peut pas se stabiliser pour faire le travail qu'il faut faire sérieusement. Comment on cherche l'argent l'Africain veut aller très rapidement. À la limite, même l'Africain veut sauter pour descendre de l'autre côté de la rive. Et c'est ce qui pose tous ces problèmes. H. Moufari, le PDG et son équipe ont vu la voie. Ils ont décidé de nous accompagner pour qu'on puisse soigner notre continent, en soignant les pays, en soignant les régions, bien sûr. On soigne vraie voie, les voies, c'est-à-dire, dans un premier temps, ce qui gêne dans un premier temps, c'est quoi? C'est qu'on n'a pas l'éducation qu'il faut pour aller dans la bonne direction. C'est ça le gros problème. Quand on nous dit on est en train de manipuler des produits grâce à ONPASSIVE, ayez un bon portable, ayez un bon appareil pour suivre le mouvement. Entre économiser, aller payer un bon appareil pour suivre le mouvement, pour être là en temps réel, pour écouter les nombreux cerveaux, on préfère par exemple prendre pour aller boire. Certains même prennent pour aller chercher des médicaments pour tuer leur prochain. D'autres encore préfèrent prendre ça pour aller faire la péripaticienne qu'on appelle prostitution. Donc, le premier élément, c'est le développement personnel. Comment déprogrammer ce cerveau, ce logiciel qui existe depuis des années, qui n'arrive pas à nous faire avancer pour reprogrammer. Au lieu de prendre cet argent pour aller faire telle chose, il faut économiser ou mettez ça ensemble, prenez un ordinateur, asseyez-vous là chaque samedi par exemple pour prendre note après avoir écouté. Au lieu d'utiliser cet argent-là pour faire autre chose, venez investir en passive. Si vous n'avez pas été fondateur, vous pouvez être revendeur. Vous gagnerez demain. Donc, il y a un problème. Il y a un problème au niveau du cœur et du cerveau. C'est ça que nous devons régler d'abord. Il est dit dans le jargon que quand tu sais où X s'en va, il faut aller l'attendre là-bas, il va te trouver là-bas, tu es le chef du village. Quand il vient, il est nouveau et il ne peut pas faire grand-chose contre toi. C'est dans la même veine. On sait très bien que ONPASSIVE va nous donner des sommes colossales. Mais si on ne s'est pas préparé, on ne pourra pas participer au développement de l'Afrique. Celui qui ne s'est pas préparé, il ne pourra pas participer à partir du moment où il n'a pas l'âme nécessaire pour régler ça. Donc, nous devons tout faire pour que les gens rentrent dans cette veine-là, dans ce tunnel, pour pouvoir être dans la même position qu'un Quadio Georges, qu'un Vincent Été, qu'un Mireille Serge, que Maman Francine, ainsi de suite. Si on regarde dans la même direction, pour le développement, ce n'est pas difficile. Mais si chacun va dans son sens, ça pose problème. Regardez un peu. Aujourd'hui, le Cameroun, je cite le Cameroun parce que je communique avec un certain docteur Claudel Nombissier, par exemple. C'est des gens qui sont dans le communautarisme. Ils sont dans la tontine structurelle. Ils mettent tout ensemble pour pouvoir faire bouger les lignes. Chaque fois qu'on a un webinaire ici ou bien qu'on a des réunions, nous disons, si tu veux mettre 10 000 francs à la banque pendant un an, tu auras 120 000. Si vous mettez ces 120 000 là, c'est pas sûr même que tu atteignes parce qu'à tout moment, tu peux enlever pour aller faire des dépenses familiales. Alors que si vous mettez ensemble, même s'il y a un problème au niveau de la famille, tu vas aller chercher ailleurs. Tu pourras pas aller parce que tout l'argent est ensemble. Tu peux pas dire que comme j'ai ma part là-bas, donnez-moi. Donc, nous devons mettre les idées ensemble. Nous devons nous former. Nous devons regarder dans la même direction. Nous devons côtoyer aussi les spécialistes, les personnes qui ont un cœur blanc comme vous, puisse votre modestie en souffrir, pour qu'on mette tout ça ensemble, Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroun, Gabon, Bénin, pour pouvoir arriver au sommet. Donc, pour tout dire, H nous a appelés à la grande table. C'était même pas sûr, hein. Jusqu'à une date récente, c'était même pas sûr qu'on soit à cette grande table où on va manger avec des cuillères en or. Du jamais vu. Donc, c'est à nous de nous préparer. Il faut préparer l'âme. L'âme qui doit supporter l'argent doit être préparée. Sinon, tu iras dans le décor. Je ne vais pas être long. C'est d'abord le développement personnel. Ensuite, développement personnel, ça va de pair avec l'éducation financière. Ce que j'ai eu là, quelle est la partie que je dois sécuriser? Quelle est la partie que je dois prendre pour investir? Quelle est la partie que je dois dépenser? Je veux dire simplement, quand tu as eu de l'argent là, il faut d'abord sécuriser ce que tu dois investir. Ensuite, tu sécurises ce qui doit te protéger. Et c'est le reste là qu'on prend pour payer les factures, c'est-à-dire ce qu'on dépense ordinairement. Tout simplement, nous devons jeter les bases quand on a le bon soubassement. L'argent qui arrive là, pour orienter, ce n'est pas difficile. C'est ce que je voulais dire dans un premier temps. Merci à vous.
But we cannot hear you. Unmute yourself.
You are muted.
Bon, je disais qu'on donne la parole à qui? À Madame Francine pour la traduction où monsieur était. Qui va la prendre?
Je pense que monsieur était pourrait aider. Hein. J'ai pris quelques notes, mais comme ça va être interactif.
Allez, Madame Francine, si vous finissez, je peux ajouter.
Voilà.
D'accord. Donc, merci beaucoup à notre frère Yao. He said that he will just add on top of what was said by Mr. Quadio, that our problems come as many of us want to go very fast. We don't take time to watch and think seriously on the direction to take. The challenge is that we lack education, and he mentioned financial education and personal development education. We have to upgrade ourselves as we go. When we are told we need good equipment, for instance, he took this as an example that Mr. Ashmufare told us from the very beginning that we may need very good equipment in order to follow ONPASSIVE. Instead of that, some of us have preferred to do some other stuff with their money. Now that the machine is going very fast, they are lost, they are stranded. So he's calling on all of us to be very wise and invest where the money has to go. And that's why he's talking about financial education, management of our own money and our time. We use our money very badly. Therefore, we have to train ourselves and prepare ourselves to contribute to African development. We have to look at on the same direction and have the same vision. He repeated that many times, and I think this may lead our meeting today. We have to come together and look at the same direction if we want to be successful. He gave the example of what we do in Cameroon. We call it tontine. I don't know if you have the term in English, where people come together, put money together in order to realize some of the very important projects they may have. And he said, why won't we make that tontine something that could help many in ONPASSIVE, within ONPASSIVE and cross-board, cross countries? Then he said, Ash called us to a big table in order to eat with golden spoons. And I really love that because that's the truth. What we have today with ONPASSIVE is really golden something, golden food.
Mm-hmm.
I think my brothers can complete if I have forgotten something. Thank you.
Oh, no, you did very well, very, very well. I don't think you left
Right.
something. Thank you, Francine. That's very good translated.
Thank you, Mr. Yao. I think he's been disconnected. You see, that's why we brought him in. He talked about upgrade your device. I think we said this a lot. Remember, upgrade your device. This is the time where we will need to really have those devices. If you have any little money, please upgrade your device, because your laptop or even your phone, if you're using your phone or your laptop is your office. So you want to have a good device to a good office to work in. And then the thing, the tontine, we call it jangi. It's a pigeon. You have it in pigeon. I don't know if there's no English word for it, but we just call it jangi. That's our own word for that in our English side.
Uncle Bob, let me explain a little bit of that tontine. He does not mean that we have to go out and contribute money. He said that we have to use that little brain that we have, each person to contribute. So take their brains together.
Okay,
and make
use our brain like a tontine.
No, he just use an example that in Africa,
right.
we use the tontine, we put money together to do this. But in ONPASSIVE, we can put our brain together. He will be like that Jangi and to go out and help people.
Wonderful. Yes, thank you. It makes sense. Thank you so much. So I'll switch now to one of our Otech Pro brothers, Brother Vincent. Since I have your attention and I see you looking at
thank you.
Yes,
thank you, brother.
Give the floor to you. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Brother Bob. Thanks to all the brothers and sisters here today. Thanks also to our big brother Matty for coming to this great webinar as well. So what I will say, I'll go in the same spirit like our brothers George and then Ekoya. I think it's good because we can see that in Africa, what is killing us, we don't have a united. We are not united. So that's why it's killing us. Because when you can see across 54 countries, everyone wants to do things his own. So we're not trying to come in together. When we're trying to come together, there are some enemy of progress. They were trying to divide us. So this is what is killing Africa. Even recently, when we did Go Africa. Go Africa was successful, very good. And then thanks for those who initiated the project. It was very good, successful. And then our CEO came. It was great as well. Then French people, those who don't speak maybe English, they complain that they are not favored because always we speak in English. They are like, we don't care about them. So we try again to put together Go Africa Francophone so that all speaking French speaking, they can come together and then we can organize something so that we come together and then we can go forward with one powerful force and then we can move forward. But unfortunately, some leaders and then African, let's say, I don't like even that word leaders, some ONPASSIVIAN or affiliate, they go behind us, they say, oh, don't go there. This guy, they trying to take, they trying to take power, they want to push us aside and then they want to control. No, we are not here to push anyone aside. We are not here to take the arrow from anybody. What we're trying to do and what we need to understand, thanks to my brothers that they brought this subject today, is to all of us to come together. We are all coming from the one big company ONPASSIVE. So ONPASSIVE, Mr. Ash put all of us together. Mr. Ash didn't ask us to create different group, one left, right. No, Mr. Ash put us to one group. One entity is ONPASSIVE. So we are all ONPASSIVIAN. So we should have one. Whatever language you speak, Chinese, India, French, any language you speak, we are all one. And then it's one ONPASSIVE. So when they say, okay, I'm going to ONPASSIVE meeting, I'll not say, oh, no, because Brother Bob is there, I'm not going there. No, it's not like that. ONPASSIVE is for all of us. We should be one group, it's like one country. We are all one together, and then we work together. So I'm sometimes disappointed for those people who call themselves leaders. So they go to a meeting, a webinar, and tell other people, don't go to, when Mr. Marty have a meeting, don't go there. If Colin have a meeting, don't go there. If this one have a meeting, don't go there. They are not leaders. They are cowards, because a good leader cannot stop someone to go to ONPASSIVE meeting. If you are free, I hear there's a meeting ONPASSIVE, I want to go, I'm free to go. I say, oh, well, brother, Engineer Mike have a meeting, and then if I have time, I will go and listen to him. If he says something, maybe I'm not happy, I can say, oh, brother, Engineer Mike, this is not what you should do. This, but next time, do this. That's the best way to put him in the right way, so that we have a big family, the good family can move to forward, and then we can move together. So we are not here to say, oh, this because it's Collins, I'm not going there. This is wrong. And then they call themselves a leader. A good leader, you can come and then put people together. You can have your own group. But when you come to ONPASSIVE, it's one family. You can have small family between family. But when the whole family come together, we have to be one, and then we have to become one. So all this division, I'm this, I'm not this, I'm not French, I'm not English, we have to stop. This is childish way to do things. We are all on passive big family. We have to be a leader, and then we have to be responsible. But when they say on passive meeting, if you can go, thank God you can go. If you can't go, don't ask someone, don't go there. This is wrong. So those who are doing this, you have to stop. We are here to make our one group, and then I'm not here to say, okay, because I go to a webinar every day, I don't want other leaders. Today we have a meeting here. Brother George is here, Ekoya. We don't know them, but they say something good. So that's why we want on passive. So we want people coming from everywhere. They express themselves. Sister Francine, I didn't know her, but today Sister Francine show me how, another dimension of herself. I was very pleased to listen to her. They say, oh, this woman, she's great. That's what we want. We want great people. We want everyone to come. But if we are somewhere hiding, we don't know you. We won't know you. So we want people to come out. Don't listen to those people come and say leader, and then they don't know where they are. Discourage people to come to other webinars. If you can go to 1,000 webinars, you can go. And then if something you're not happy, you can call him behind and say, okay, this thing you say is not the right way to do it. Next time, do it this way, this way. And then that's what you correct your family, and then the family will become big family, and then become strong. That's why Mr. Ash put us together. Mr. Ash didn't put us together to divide us. He put us together so we can work together. We become one big family, and then we can help each other. See someone did something is not wrong, you can correct him in a proper way. Not like coming to this webinar and then I say, oh, Colin, what you did is wrong. No, this is not the proper way to do. We need to learn the proper way to learn to do things, proper way to get together. And then we are not against anyone. We are all ones. We are all part of ONPASSIVE. And then ONPASSIVE belongs to Mr. Ash. So he's the leader. We should follow Mr. Ash's direction, the way he wants to do things. And then we can make us go forward. We will all be one group. So thank you all. And then thank you, Bob.
Wow, Vincent. You just said it all. It looked like you said everything that's in people's minds, you know. In the spirit of Ash Mufara, we should follow what Vincent has said. There's no need, absolutely no need, you know. Last week, I watched one of the ladies who came here in amazement and said what she said after being in a meeting to sabotage the meeting. You know, what is the benefit? Of what benefit was that? You know, we are all ONPASSIVians. Ash Mufara has brought us together and he's giving us a chance. You know, so I'm gonna send it to Monsieur Ofe in France. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Yes. The mic is yours.
Yeah. Vincent, thank you so much. You know, I was so pleased to hear that message, very strong message sent to our ONPASSIVian. I'm sorry to hear also how people, you know, on ONPASSIVian can behave as they did on Go Africa. But I clearly share the spirit, the vision of Ash, and we should really promote that one. I don't know, guys, if you know me, or thank you for inviting me. I think this is the first time I'm attending this. Yeah. If you don't know me, for those who don't know me, I'm Orphe Adam. I'm living here in France, so I'm an entrepreneur, working in IT for last 35 years, if I don't mistake. Basically, I'm dealing with the project management, and I work also for other company, including American company like Hewlett-Packard. I spent 7 years at HP in London and Palo Alto. So I was really blessed to be ONPASSIVian as you guys. So, and I'm sharing fully the vision, you know, Ash vision, and the belief we have, and how we end up as a family, one family. Why? When I discovered that Ash is positioning a company, unique company in the world, in AI technology with a unique approach, focusing solely on creating value rather than pursuing profit. I found it unique also, and then I started to share it with my family, with my friends, and it started in lastly in 2021. Since then, I said, how can anyone in this world, discover ONPASSIVE and not join? Because it's not only unique, but it is the unique opportunity for humanity, for us, okay, and mainly for Africans. Originally, I'm from Togo, and I know, and I can trace back my background and share that we are coming, all of us, from um, poverty, okay, and we have our community still living in poverty, still struggling. We hear also, I think Inyas or out there talking about, no electricity, no internet, and you can continue. Without electricity, without internet, how can you develop? How can you alleviate the poverty? And you don't have clean water. You don't have there also good food for kids. Without even talking about schools, education. Okay, so this company, when Ash was telling us that he created a company that will give us, a unique value. I mean, the best value we've never had. I was thinking about what he was talking, Ash. Now, by following the vision, I discovered that yes, Ash is right. He was talking about not only by becoming, ambassador, founder, and profiting from the company only, but starting to do also to creating additional value and sharing it with our communities member. And that's what precisely I have been doing. I recall also that that value. I said, you will never find another company in this world or on this earth who will give you such a value. And the value was of threefold. He said, we are on passive ambassadors, okay, founders. We have the chance to be also resellers and at the same time customers. Now, when he was talking about all this, value chain, we didn't have product to test. Today, we have the OConnect. We are using it, right? We are on OConnect webinar, actually. Since we started OConnect, I haven't spent additional penny, additional dollar in other product, Zoom or others. And I can also compare what I'm getting as a value compared to the product we know. When we are in the IT world, we know the product we were using before OConnect, for instance, and we see that they are not comparable. He said that the product I'm bringing on the market will be over the market value. Please don't compare them, because the value you are getting out from this product is the best value you have never got from any other product. It will be complete and unique. It will be with the best advanced technology, AI technologies, and it will ensure also your success. He said it will be simple to use and with the highest value. That's what exactly we are discovering. And the overall ending my goal or ultimate goal is to get humanity out from poverty. And he was telling that he will take us from the bottom of poverty to the top. When we reach the top, he will, invent a new top for us. So all this, really, I'm living it as a dream coming true. And I would like to encourage all our ONPASSIVE members, community members, to embrace it, embrace this vision, and really share it with the others. You know that people tend to be selfish, and it's not that they come to ONPASSIVE that they just lose that selfishness. We need to educate them. We need to continue sharing, that vision and that value from Ash. And I would like to end by praying for Ash and wishing him a quick recovery, that we need him, we love him, and we are here to share together his humanity values and his also vision that has really made us very, very happy. At least I'm happy. I'm sharing that happiness with my family members. I'm sharing that happiness with all friends that I know, with all relationships that I have. And I'd like to keep it and share it moving forward, and just leave aside what people tend to, spread as negativity. And I'm so sorry that we have to repeat it, but believe me, daily, what I'm doing, that I'm looking to see what I can do also to alleviate someone else from poverty if I can. And I trust that ONPASSIVE is that vehicle that will help us to achieve it. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Ofe. Thank you so much. Me too. I can tell you since April last year, once we had the first O Connect, the first version, I unsubscribed from Zoom. I haven't paid Zoom, and I'm getting more value here than anything. We are in corporate. There is Microsoft Teams, there's Cisco WebEx, there's Google Meet. I mean, you name it. They don't come anywhere close to what we have, what we see here, Ofe. You know that, So once Mr. Ashmufara opens up this O Connect to the market, I mean, we're going to sweep everything that's out there, and it's very easy to use. Very easy. One of the key is usability. I mean, you have to do just maybe like 4 or 5 clicks and you set up a webinar. You go create webinar, you put your webinar topic, agenda, time, boom, that's it. Easy to use.
Yes.
I can see my big brother Maddie is looking squarely at me. So nice show you had earlier, a couple of hours ago. Maybe I don't know if you want to continue the same thing, but the floor is yours, sir, to just educate us, ignite us, or inspire, whichever you choose. I know you wind up wrapping all 3 in one, so the floor is yours, bro.
Well, for one thing, I've listened to everybody, so I'm not going to educate you. I'm going to have to do some stuff to catch up, I believe. So there was something said in the Powerful Women's Live today from Corinne, was on passive, we go from ego to we go. It was a very powerful statement.
Yep.
And on passive was never set up for generals, captains, sergeants, or anybody else in the military. The biggest servants will be the biggest guides, who will be, in turn, the biggest leader. You don't need to call yourself a leader. You need to guide people and help people and work with people. Nobody has the right to tell anybody to go anywhere. If someone told me, that's not going to happen, but if somebody did, and I want people to hear this, if they're telling you to do something, they are now working on their ego. That has nothing to do with we go. It's time for us that we go. I was chatting with Collins behind the scenes, because that's what I do with Ash in a webinar. But we know from what Dr. Tarek said, Africa's about to be hit with a wave of all kinds of technology, education, financing, money. It's going to flip on Africa upside down. So I definitely want to start with the help of all of you here. I can't do anything alone, okay? Or you could talk. Yeah, we're only as powerful as the next link. We're all one big link. There is one leader. It's Ashley Farah. That's it. We all have different roles. We all have different things to do. You go wherever you want to go. In fact, if I'm told I can't go, you're going to see my big behind there, because you can throw me out, but it's not going to be a pretty sight. I don't think that's right for anybody. People need to hear the truth. I'm finding every day 5.5 years in, I'm finding diamonds every day. Why is that? They're somewhere out in the weeds somewhere, and I want them to come up to the front, because one thing is it feeds the company, it makes the company stronger, it puts the wind beneath Ash's wings, because remember, he doesn't ask anything from us, but he loves the loyalty. He loves people that have the passion from the heart. I don't care what your eyesight is here. If you're blind here, what can you do in life? You can't do anything. That's when you need to talk about me. This company's nothing about me. I see this gentleman, engineer Ofrey. I know I said that wrong. Unbelievable. I asked Collins, who is this guy? Him and Francine were hiding on another island somewhere. I mean, what happened? But this is the kind of thing. And we've had discussion for months. Engineer Mike, whether he's Otech Pro or not, Engineer Mike is like we are. He's always trying to bring people in.
Yeah.
You know, a good person puts a hand down and pulls people up.
Yep.
An unpassive person lifts them above their head. That's the difference. And if we all do that, you know, it goes back to people wanting to mention money all the time. Well, you're going to make this much money. You're going to do this. Look, the ingredients of unpassive, all the ingredients of unpassive equal a massive amount of money. You don't need to say it. It's coming. You can't take a potential, I believe, $1 trillion company, pay out a high majority of that back to the people because of loyalty. That's all we're asked to do. It's got to make an impact. Not got it, it's going to. And like I was telling Collins, so I'm going to say everybody here, I do that Saturday show where we're trying, I believe in putting the light on others. Because if you can shine the light on others, whether you like it or you don't like it, the reflection always comes back. So the more you help, the more I guess you look good. But you got to do it without, look, the biggest servants in the world, they're not the richest. The people you remember till the day you die didn't have a lot of riches or power and all that, and they were treated horribly. Mr. McFarland is going through a lot of crap. Trust me. Your bad day, he would love to have in some cases. And I know a lot of you grew up in poverty and really bad situations. By the way, so is Ash Mufara. He doesn't mention it, but one day he may say, I mean, he came from very humble beginnings. And thank God he remembered that, because he has a woman's heart. Flat out. Like it, don't like it, that's who he is. Very, very smart man, but he's always thinking about what can I do for everybody else. And I believe that clashes everywhere for him. People on his side, people on this side. Why do you want to keep doing that? You know, he doesn't walk into a room and everybody agrees. You want to do what? I want to build a company that is so massive that thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people can no longer worry about finance. But I want to draw people from the heart, because if I get people from the heart, when they have the money, they will give from their heart. He wasn't looking for greed. He wasn't looking, and that's what he's doing. And people he has faced, lawyers, leaders, people that are greedy in some cases, said, what do you want to do? That doesn't make sense. Everything Mr. McFarland does not make sense. That's why I'm here. I don't want to make sense anymore. I want everything to be the way it should be. There's $460 trillion on this planet. $460 trillion. Mr. McFarland made a rake, and he's going to rake some of that to all of us, because he said it's not fair. And if they better watch out, because he made a big rake. I've been watching it for 4 years. And Wednesday, when he said that unpassive, as big as it is, I figured I knew 5%. He said, now I want you to back off 100 miles and look at it now. Unpassive is just one little planet in the solar system of Mr. McFarland. I just realized I know nothing. I went from 5% to nothing. And trust me, when this man's goal is to make you successful, wealthy, he's doing it, because he said to me one day, You know, I go out, we buy food and water for the poor, and my kids run it up to him and give it to him. That's how his kids work with him. They do it on their time off. He thought years ago, you know, if I could get an army of people doing what I'm doing, what would happen? One drop of water does nothing. Many drops of water carve the Grand Canyon. We're many drops of water. But you can't have one drop of water that thinks he's more important than the next drop. They need to be told, no, you're not. You're going to evaporate just like the rest of us one day. But together we could form a different world, and we're going to be back. It's going to get bigger and stronger. The power of this company is you. Everybody has a gift. God doesn't make mistakes. Okay? He didn't make you as a mistake. It's not, oh, I don't deserve it. If you're here, you were picked. It was from prayer or whatever you did. You said, I'm looking for something better. You would see other people say no. You know why they say no? They're not meant to be here at this time. But everybody that told you no, they're coming. So let it go. Don't worry yourself. Don't hurt yourself. We're about to do something unbelievable. And I want all you women and men, keep going with Africa. Keep going. You're going to have a couple of people. Remember, some people aren't negative. They're scared. And they hide it with negativity. But the only way we could do is keep bringing people on like you are, like I met these gentlemen here today. The one guy, Yahoo, I can't say his name. He's got the Darth Vader voice. Scared the crap out of me. But anyway, once you translate it, because his voice sounded like, I said, whoa, man. But it was great what he said.
Yes.
Powerful. You know me, I'm going to talk too much, so I'm going to cut this short. Let's keep going where we're going. If you hear words, me, or you can't, that is not Mr. Mupar. It's that simple. It's we and we will. And Mr. Mupar will take care of it. Trust me. I thank you very much. That's all I have.
Thank you, Brother Madi. Thank you, Brother Madi. There's no ego, but we go together. I'll take that. Thank you so much. Having said that, let me just bring in our sister Francine. Let's hear from you. I know you are, I think you are in London, you are in England, but I don't know where you live. So if
I
you can
am in London.
introduce yourself to us and then tell us what you have for us, anything to educate, inspire, or ignite us.
I don't know what to add after everything Marty has just said. So many people have contributed valuable ideas here and inspiration. I think I will be going to the same vein and just call on all of us. We have not come to this world to accumulate, because at the end of the day, we have only one mouth, a small one. We cannot eat all the food in the planet. So becoming selfish is something that gives you kind of sadness. I don't know if you remember those gatherings we have back home. You can eat fish every day, but eating the same fish with grandmother who came from the village and your cousins, even if you don't have shoes, it gives it another taste. And I really want to call upon all of us, because we are, the majority here is African people. We always complain that somebody has scattered us. But don't we see how we scatter ourselves?
Yeah.
Aren't we tired of being put aside on something we have not participated into? For me, I am really tired of that. Let me tell you, I am married with someone from another country, as we say in Africa. But he's African like I am. And when we met, we were in Paris doing our studies. We had the same vision. because we wanted to unite Africa, because we have suffered enough. And we decided to get married. We don't speak the same language. We don't have even the same habits, you know. Then he started showing me how to cook this. I started showing him how to do this in my place. How do you call this? How do you do this? And now that we have children on our own, let me tell you, none of our children is married home. Each one of them came with somebody from there, and we call our place today the United Nations, because this is something we were longing for. And I'm giving this example to us because the world, first of all, the world is no more one country. We are talking about globalization today. And globalization is starting with how we see the person in front of us. What would this person bring to me? What can I bring to that person in order to live in a better world? This is the first thing. Now, no one is asking us to be dissolved in a global world. No, nobody is asking for that. What is needed and what is expected mostly is to accept the other and get from the other what I would love myself to give to him, the best I could give to him. And in ONPASSIVE, this is the miracle our CEO is just providing in front of us. He thought not for Americans, not for Africans, he thought for the world. He's never coming to ask you from which country are you. I want only Americans to be part of ONPASSIVE. This has never happened, and I don't think this will ever happen. Because even if he wanted to control this, only the AI could help him do that at the stage we are. So please, I am calling on all of us. Let us stop dividing. Division is causing all the things we see in the world today. Do we want that to continue? Is that the world we want to give to as a legacy to our children, our grandchildren? I don't think so. So let us take advantage of the miracle of ONPASSIVE to bring ourselves together to sort poverty in Africa and poverty in the world. I will stop here. Thank you very much.
Wow. That's a real diamond in the rough, isn't it, Brother Madi? Okay. Now I go to the Otech Pro General himself, my brother Collins from the United Kingdom. Brother Collins, what do you have? I know you have a big menu in front of you. Pick whichever you want and come to us as you always do. Thank you.
Where do I start? You know, we have big generals in the house. I just want to, you know, wish all my brothers, you know, who are in here well. Honestly, you've spoken well. You know, our brother Ofe, honestly, you are a really great speaker. Really love that. You know, when you were talking, Madi was just messaging me, who is that guy? I said, it's a diamond in the rough. You know, maybe you don't know him, but now this platform is about exposing a lot of people, those who are really doing great and nobody knows them. Yep. So this is the platform to be, a platform where you can come and your voice will be heard. You know, it's just about lifting people up. You know, that's all we want to do. Nothing else. Take that out of this platform, there is no motivation. So what we want to say here is, you know, when our sister Francine was speaking, you know, everybody, things came in my mind. I was just looking at what module again. How do I come in? And I said, all right, let me look at ONPASSIVE. How do I define ONPASSIVE? ONPASSIVE is hope. You know, it is hope. That is it. ONPASSIVE is love. We must love each other because that's what is in Mr. Ashmofara's heart. ONPASSIVE is about kindness. ONPASSIVE is about humility. It's about, you know, when you lack these things, then you are not an ONPASSIVian. If you are not hopeful for the future, means you are living. We must choose hope than any other thing, because I'm hopeful that ONPASSIVE will give me what I want. That's why I'm in. If you lost that hope, then you are not an ONPASSIVian. It's about kindness. You must be kind, because honestly, if you are not kind, will you be able to even bless others? Because ONPASSIVE is about blessing upon blessing. That kindness must come from the heart, and humility as well, with love and everything. Treat everybody with respect and all of that. That's all about ONPASSIVE. If you take this out of yourself, then I'll go, I always like to quote the Bible. Remember the book of Kings. It said, when the evil spirit came upon Saul, Saul planned to kill David. When you take hope, love, and kindness out of your heart, the only thing you can have is evil, because you think you are better than others. We need to eradicate that. And when we look at it, when we look at all those who are in ONPASSIVE, it's because you are choosing because of all of this. Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah said what? Before you were planted in your mother's womb, I know you, and I call you by your name. Ask yourself, we are not better than those who are out there. We are not better, but it's because of our heart we are in ONPASSIVE. Have we ever seen and said, why is it that only 1.4 million people choose to even listen and sign, become founders? It is because you are choosing. They will never go and pick people from King Claude and all of that. They pick people from the heart. I always go look at the Bible. I'm sorry that I'm a Christian. I always talk about this. When Jesus asked the multitude, who do you think John the Baptist is? When you went to the desert, did you see a man with king cloth? No. Someone dressed in royal garment? No. A prophet. One person, a prophet. A prophetic word is something that is driving us through Mr. Ashmofara, that there is hope, there is humility, and there is love and kindness. That is the power of ONPASSIVE, bringing us together as one voice. And if we have that, we can move mountain. Forget about the money part of it. We can move mountain through humility, through kindness, through love, all of these things. We can move mountain, and we can spread that love across the planet. That ONPASSIVE is about humility, ONPASSIVE about love. You're doing something, blessing people. You say, thank God for ONPASSIVE. Mr. Ashmofara show us that way. He is the ship. He is the captain of the ship. We are just a servant. Sometimes when people say leader, I say, forget, I'm not a leader. I'm just here to help out of my own heart and my own the kindness and what I've just, get from Mr. Ashmofara. I just want to share it as many people so they can see things to bless their own family and bless their entire community. That is all I'm in for ONPASSIVE. I can zip my mouth and still make a lot I want, disappear with it. But when I'm speaking today, it's because of that love, that kindness, which I want to share with others so they can also get it and then transfer it to their own community. If we do our own part, the world will be a better place. So I will leave it there, Brother Bob. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Love, hope, and compassion. That's what it is. Thank you, my brother. Marcien Hemabu, we are in the same house. I don't know where you are. You are somewhere in this house, I know. I'm hiding somewhere in a little closet somewhere. Marcien, please come on down. Tell us what you have for us. Anything that you heard this week or anything that you want to educate us or inspire us or let us get ignited, you can.
Je pense qu'on oublie un peu ceux qui ne comprennent pas l'anglais.
Oh, yes, just interject. Okay, who's going to translate what?
Si quelqu'un peut faire un résumé de tout ce qui a été dit.
Just a brief summary of what Colin
It
said.
has been
En tout cas, oui, Serge, il y avait écrit dans le chat qu'il fallait qu'on nous transcrit un peu la tradition, c'est tout.
Serge, vas-y, Serge.
Le message, on n'a pas pu saisir.
J'avais déjà mis beaucoup, hein.
Oui,
J'avais mis beaucoup dans le chat.
Oui, go, Mama Francine.
Non, j'ai mis dans le chat, au fur et à mesure, j'ai mis quelques résumés en français dans le chat. Donc, n'oublions pas d'aller regarder dans le chat, il y a des choses intéressantes en français.
Ouais.
Et j'ai essayé de prendre un peu en anglais juste pour résumer un peu. Hein?
Okay.
Merci.
Merci. Okay, so Bramadi, what Francine is doing Or Madi is not with us. I want him to understand. So, Brother Madi, what she is doing is, as we are speaking, she's translating it in the chat. Very good. Excellent. In both English and French. So that's really very helpful. So if you look at the chat, she's translating in there instantly. I wonder how she does that.
Uncle Bob, do you remember that? No, that's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So we can go to
hey, one more thing real quick, Bob. Mm-hmm. Who's recording this?
I am.
I want a copy, really.
Okay.
I want to make sure Af sees it. I'm going to send it right to him.
Okay.
Because this is powerful.
Yeah.
I got to let him know there's a few more diamonds out there. You know, we're not done.
Yes. Massienne Hemabou, la parole est à vous, madame.
Merci beaucoup. Let me see. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, I'm not at home. I'm here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I'm in the same home today with Bob. I don't know where he's hiding himself. I'm in my own corner, but we are all in the same place. And now, wow, this is just an amazing webinar today. I am so happy for what I'm hearing. I'm really in love for what I'm hearing. And I think we are all going to talk about love, if that's what I'm going to take here today. And love is something that you cannot buy with money. You can't buy love. It has to come from your heart. And all of us, we have heart. And the first person who showed the power of his heart is the one who created this company for us, Mr. Ashmofera. He takes his big heart. He knew that he have that love inside, and he cannot just give it to only his family, me, his children, and his close one. He said, I'm going to take it out to everybody who want to have a piece of it, so that all of us, when you get that piece, continue with the piece to act on what you have and share it to other people. And I think this is what we're doing here today, sharing our heart to other people. And I listened to Madi's show today. It was so powerful. The women says a lot. And I think that when he was talking about heart, the heart of the woman is one. I cannot just say anything about it. It's one of the best heart. Because when we, the women, have that heart, we have that love, that compassion. You take it out there. The way you're speaking, the way you are talking to people is always different from where other angle the other people are going. And I just want to urge us, the women of ONPASSIVE, first, to remember that what we said from our mouth is very powerful, because that heart that we have, that God have granted to us as women, is first the big picture of it, and secondly, our CEO come and get a pieces of his own heart and out of the one that we have. Let us join that together and bring peace and bring love and bring compassion. If you will start looking at each other in this company as my child, did I want my child to be hurt? Did I want my child to sleep hungry? Did I want my child to be bullied or to be looking as is not somebody from any person in the world? Am I going to be happy? If you will start look at that angle, we all would cherish this opportunity that Mr. Ashmofara has given to us, which is the ONPASSIVE opportunity. Let us hold it like our child. Let us hold ONPASSIVE like something that we deliver from our womb. And when we give it out to people, we put all the love, all the compassion, all the humility on it before presenting it to someone. When we present it, the value of the children that we have, or the value never mean money. Because I will not sell my child for any amount of money. I won't. So why do you think that you have to present the ONPASSIVE opportunity to somebody by talking about money? We have a value in this company that is more than money. And that value is what we are having here today. That value is you that I didn't know before. That value is my brother from another country that I have never seen before. That value is the togetherness that we are today. And the Otech Pro, my brothers, you have done wonderful. by looking and going around, trying to shine in the light and the heart of people that they have been shadowed a lot. They have been hiding. They wanted to come up, to pump up like a little mushroom, so much to share their heart, the heart of Mr. Ash Mufara with Oda, but they didn't give that opportunity. You opened this platform for us. You realize that you are not only the Otech Pro guys that talk about technically, but the Otech Pro guys that can also share their own heart and shine the light at the heart of other people, so that all of us will bring that light to the world. All of us will bring that light to the globe. We have projects. I can say we here on the panel, most of us are from Africa. Especially you guys look for the French-speaking people to bring to this panel today. You are not French speaker. I know tomorrow you will look for the Indian people to bring. I know you will look for other people to bring. It's because you know the heart of ONPASSIVE is bigger than the heart of one person. And the heart of ONPASSIVE is what we have to take out there, really cherish it, honor it, pamper it before giving to someone, because it's precious for us. It's precious for us. Thank you. Thank you guys all so much. I know that we have so many to talk about. I will have some opportunity another time, but I just want to appreciate you all. Thank you for giving me a chance today. Thank you.
Well said, my sister Marcienne. Or you just touch my soul, my spirit. Thank you so much. So we have Engineer Mike, and then Serge will come last. Serge, you're going to speak in both English and French, so I'll leave you for last, okay? I think everybody has spoken, then Serge will, and they will do one round. So, my brother from the great state of Alberta in Canada, how are you doing today?
Good, Uncle Bob. And happy birthday again. Mama says it is over, but it's never over, right? Because it's a new beginning for you. New year.
Yes.
Thank you, big bro. So thank you, everybody here. I mean, it is a very exciting moment on our ONPASSIVE and the roundtable today. Thank you very much, Uncle Bob, for you people, the Otech pros, organizing this. It's marvelous. Now, to start with, I will start with the statement that ONPASSIVE is bigger than all of us. ONPASSIVE is bigger than all of us. Bro Amadi, I want you to listen very well, okay? So Ofe Adam, Engineer Ofe Adam, I've worked with him for 2+ years. When I left Owinas, I was working with him. So if you see 2,000+ Togolese in ONPASSIVE, it's because of him. If you see 3,000 or 5,000+ French community, most of them is because of Engineer Ofe Adam. I used to have my webinar on Sunday, okay? Bilingual, he and myself, we did product review for all our products in French and English. Then after that, we will go next now to another French-only webinar, he and myself. He will do the presentation. They will still do the same presentation we did in English and French. We do it only in French now in Naka's webinar. So that is what we've been doing. I've worked with him for 2+ years. So I told him one day, I said, okay, it's high time they have to know you. The same thing I talked to Mama Marcienne. I say, hey, to Mama Francine, I say, hey, it's time for you to come up. So we'll be working on that. So I want to take this perspective now to talk about what Brother Collins told us. He just told us that ONPASSIVE is hope, ONPASSIVE is love, and ONPASSIVE is compassion. Our late big brother, okay, Charles Takusi, Uncle Bob's big senior brother who died last year, he also told us something. He said, all of us are in ONPASSIVE because of the benevolence of our hearts. Because it is like everything that all of us think is the same, right? Now, I want to make us get excited a little bit about the video when we had the the Go Africa webinar. There was a short video that Mr. Mufare showed to us. I got something from that video. The coming of the 4th industrial revolution to Africa, to the world. And where will it start? It's Africa. Why? Africa, we have the youngest population in the world. What do we have again? It will make Africa, that's a new Africa. It will also make Africa a smart Africa and a sustainable Africa. If we look at it, we'll see what is already going on in the world, right? And what is our CEO bringing? This leads us to what we can say about what is like digital transformation is coming, right? Which is the integration of technology into all areas of business, fundamentally changing how you operate and deliver value to customers. Is that what our CEO is bringing? Yes, with this company. So are we Africans? Are we in the world? Are we ready? ONPASSIVIans, do you know your business? That's my question to all of us. Do you know your business? Are you ready to embrace what is coming to us? Togetherness. Togetherness. Everybody's talking love, peace, compassion, togetherness. Mari said it. All of us, all of you people have said it. If we come together, we'll make bigger heights. We haven't had sometimes that, we'll talk this behind it all. A lot of things were said between Ofe and myself, which are not good, but we still come today like everything will break down the barrier. I say, I'm a humble person. I'll always listen to everybody who is bigger than me. I'll listen to everybody who will show me and tell me, Mama Sia will rebuke me, but she's my sister. I'll come back to her. I'll respect her. Uncle Bob can do the same. I have every day, I'll quarrel my fancy. I'll say my own crazy things. She'll say, no, you don't have to say that. I'll say, oh, my fancy, I'm done. Humility. It just made me to change and mellow down. Uncle Bob used to say, oh, this little guy have a lot of courage and everything, but he's so hot-tempered. You know why? I say, no. It's time for us to calm down. We see the more vision. ONPASSIVE is bigger than all of us. Let's come together and make it happen. Thank you, everybody. We can't hear you, Uncle Bob. You're muted.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you, Engineer Mike. Thank you for introducing us to Ofe and Francine, the real diamonds in the rough. And I'm glad, we're able to flash the light on them. They did not disappoint, of course. My brother's Marine Serge from La Allemagne.
Marine Serge from Germany.
From Germany. Allemagne, no? Yeah.
Yeah, Allemagne. Okay, thank you, everybody. I want to express myself because in French because the case is very, very important. Ok. Le problème dont nous parlons aujourd'hui est très, très, très important. Et quand j'écoute tous ceux qui sont intervenus, je pense que c'est un cas très spécial que nous devons franchement débattre et puis combattre de telle sorte que nous soyons ensemble et que nous puissions avancer ensemble. Je prends le problème de l'Afrique. Cette opportunité de ONPASSIVE, je ne dirais pas opportunité, mais je dirais que ONPASSIVE est très, 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 très important pour l'Afrique. Pour moi, c'est comme une grande bénédiction de Dieu qui est descendue sur l'Afrique. Parce que quand on regarde la situation au niveau de l'Afrique, c'est pathétique. Voyez par exemple, l'Afrique, comme quelqu'un vient de le dire tout à l'heure, a une population très jeune. Voilà, l'Afrique a une population très jeune et les jeunes ont énormément de problèmes actuellement. Les jeunes ne peuvent pas, par exemple, faire les formations qu'ils souhaitent eux-mêmes faire. Parce qu'ils n'ont pas d'argent pour payer les bonnes formations. Ils sont obligés de suivre l'éducation normale, c'est-à-dire la voie longue de CP1 jusqu'à l'université. Et la plupart du temps, les gens finissent d'avoir le bac et c'est comme s'ils n'ont jamais été à l'école. On voit des personnes qui tiennent des cabines qui ont des bacs, qui ont le bac dans la poche ou bien qui ont des licences dans la poche, mais qui ne peuvent pas évoluer à cause du manque de financement. On voit aussi certaines personnes qui ont totalement fini, mais qui ne peuvent pas aller vivre la vie qu'ils avaient espéré vivre à cause du manque d'argent. Ça, c'est très important. Et puis, on a aussi des personnes, comme on dit que l'Afrique est jeune, tous les jeunes aspirent à un développement. Vous savez, nous avons tous été jeunes. Donc, quand on est dans cette période voilà, quand on est dans cette période de jeunesse, on veut montrer au monde ce qu'on peut faire. Et la plupart du temps, on veut créer des choses. On veut créer des choses pour épater le monde. On veut faire des startups, par exemple. Donc, ils ont des idées, mais ces idées-là ne peuvent pas être exprimées à cause du manque de financement. Parce que, comme nous le savons, c'est très difficile aux jeunes d'accéder à un crédit par la banque, par exemple. C'est très difficile. Vous voyez? Donc, pour moi, cette opportunité de ONPASSIVE je dirais, c'est une manne que Dieu nous a donnée. Donc, nous devons en profiter. Donc, on ne doit pas se laisser entraîner par toutes ces choses négatives, mais on doit épouser la vision des H. Si nous épousons la vision des H, nous avons le cœur rempli d'amour. Parce que pour avancer avec ONPASSIVE, il faut épouser comment on appelle, il faut épouser certains éléments que H nous a montrés. Par exemple, l'amour, la patience. Aujourd'hui, ceux qui ne pouvaient pas être patients, aujourd'hui, ils ont appris à être patients avec ONPASSIVE. On a espéré faire certaines choses, mais jusqu'à aujourd'hui, nous devons attendre. Donc, ça nous a permis d'apprendre ce qu'on appelle la patience en affaires. Il faut être patient. Et dans cette patience-là, dans cette attente, on a appris certaines choses. On fait les formations. Nous rencontrons beaucoup de personnes. Aujourd'hui, sur cette plateforme, dans cette réunion, il y a certaines personnes qu'on ne connaissait pas avant. Moi, on ne me connaissait pas avant. On ne savait pas qui s'appelait Serge, quelque part. Mais aujourd'hui, je peux m'exprimer. Donc, dans cette période d'attente, on apprend beaucoup de choses. On apprend à être patient. On apprend à travailler dans le fond, comme vous le dites, de connaître le business. Parce que quand ça va commencer véritablement, on ne sera pas surpris. Voilà, donc je disais qu'il faut aller épouser franchement la vision des H. Il faut épouser l'idée de H. Peut-être je dirais qu'il faut épouser le caractère de H. Parce que si on n'épouse pas ces éléments-là, on ne pourra pas avancer avec ONPASSIVE. S'il y a la division aujourd'hui, et on n'a pas encore de l'argent, et nous savons ce que l'argent représente lorsqu'on ne s'est pas préparé. Si aujourd'hui, il y a cette division, il y a ces ralentissements, il y a des comportements qui ne sont pas acceptables, qui se manifestent aujourd'hui. Mais quand l'argent va venir, chacun veut se dire, mais toi, comme on le dit en Côte d'Ivoire, tu sais qui je suis. Parce que la personne se dit que ouais, je peux faire tout ce que je veux. Voilà, donc c'est pour cela que j'insiste là-dessus. Tout ce qu'on est en train de dire aujourd'hui, c'est très important. Très, très, très important. Il faut qu'on épouse l'idée de H. Il faut qu'on épouse les sentiments de H. Tout ce qu'il nous a procuré à travers les webinaires, à travers les enseignements, tout et tout ça. Parce que moi, au départ, j'avais pensé même que c'était un homme de Dieu. À force de parler d'amour, de patience, de rendre compte à Dieu, tout et tout ça. Je pensais que c'était un homme de Dieu. Vous voyez? Donc, c'est très important. Si nous avons épousé l'amour dans notre cœur, lorsque l'argent va venir, mais tous ces points que j'ai cités en haut pourront être combattus. Par exemple, un ambassadeur, un fondateur, pourra tôt ou tard être un financier. Parce que nous savons ce qu'un ambassadeur avec un compte ambassadeur pourra tôt ou tard avoir. C'est une grande manne. Et cette personne, si nous avons le cœur rempli d'amour pour son prochain, pour ma famille, pour les autres, pour les enfants, tout et tout ça, mais je pourrais supporter ces jeunes qui ont des startups, qui attendent le financement de la banque qui ne va jamais venir. Je pourrais les supporter. Je pourrais créer des systèmes éducatifs pour encourager l'éducation qui se passe déjà actuellement. Je pourrais aussi dénicher des personnes qui sont des doués. Parce que j'ai suivi beaucoup de vidéos où il y a des enfants qui sont doués. Il y a des enfants qui sont doués, qui fabriquent des choses sans même qu'ils aient été à l'école. Mais ces enfants-là, ils n'ont pas de support. Il n'y a pas d'argent pour les supporter, ou bien des personnes qui ont de l'argent ne vont pas les supporter parce qu'ils pensent que si je le supporte, ça ne va pas aller. Bon, même s'il réussit, mais qu'est-ce que moi je gagne? Mais si nous nous entendons, nous travaillons ensemble, mais on pourra dénicher ces petits génies, les supporter dans ce qu'ils fabriquent. Et ces personnes-là pourront faire quelque chose de grand tôt ou tard. J'ai vu un enfant sur YouTube qui alimente une télévision avec du courant, avec de l'électricité, sans que ça soit branché sur quelque chose. Il a dit que l'électricité vient de l'air, des ondes. Mais comment il le fait? Il faut supporter une telle personne. Donc voilà, pour ne pas aller trop loin, pour moi, tout ce que nous débattons aujourd'hui est très essentiel. Évitons la division. Prenons l'amour. Essayons d'aider les uns les autres, de telle sorte que quand l'argent va venir, on puisse développer cette Afrique que nous chérissons. Voilà ce que je voulais dire. Donc, s'il y a quelqu'un qui peut traduire, parce que la chose est tellement importante que si je parle en anglais, peut-être que le message ne passera pas très bien. Donc, voilà.
Oui, merci, monsieur Mérin Serge. Je ne sais pas si notre frère Vincent P. et nous...
Maman Francine de faire ça.
Bon, maman
Elle fait
Francine.
bien.
Maman Francine, vous pouvez nous... soit vous avez écrit ça à le chat?
Oui, j'ai écrit en français dans le chat.
Oh. Ok. Ben, ça va, Serge. Merci beaucoup, hein, merci.
On doit aussi traduire pour notre frère Mathieu aussi, pour qu'il comprenne ce que Serge a dit. Donc, maman Francine, si tu peux faire un peu, moi aussi, je fais un peu.
Non, Vincent, allez-y. Je n'ai pas beaucoup entendu votre voix, donc je voudrais l'entendre un peu.
Well, merci, Serge. Serge said about so many things today. He told us about united because, at the same time, he told us about love because he said, Mr. Ash, our leader, he inspired us with lovely messages everywhere. And then because of his lovely message that most of us, we are here today. And then when he said in the beginning, he thought maybe Mr. Ash was maybe a man of God because most of his messages is about love, united, love one another. So for him, he's like a man of God. So, and then later he realized that he's inspired us about lovely messages, but he's not a man of God. So this is how he was thinking about Mr. Ash in the beginning. So there are so many innovations going around. So that, and then like young people, the youth in Africa, they have so many projects in the head to do, but lack of finance, lack of money, they cannot develop these ideas. So they have a lot in to do, but because they don't have money, they cannot develop those knowledge. But he knows that because of ONPASSIVE, so many youth in Africa, they will have opportunity to develop what they want to do, the training that they want to do, because ONPASSIVE is like something that it comes from, it will not say something good, but it will say something coming from heaven that God has given to us, so that it can, this ONPASSIVE is going to help us, going to develop Africa, going to help those young they don't have money to go for training, opportunity, school. So we ONPASSIVian, with the help of this ONPASSIVE, we're going to help them. We're going to help people to develop so many projects in Africa. So that's why he said this ONPASSIVE is coming from heaven. So God give us that so that we can help our brothers and sisters back in Africa. So again, united, he wants us all African to be one, all the whole world, ONPASSIVian to be one, so that we can work together, we could be stronger, and then we could be powerful company like Mr. Ash decided. So there are some young man also illustrate one example of a young man who is very good. He plugged the TV to the electricity socket, but in general, it's not connected to outside electricity, but it's working. That young man have an idea, but the problem, he hasn't got money to develop all this opportunity that he has in his mind. He's a very, very good engineer, but right now, lack of resources, he cannot do it. But when ONPASSIVE come, when we get the money, we believe that we can help those kind of young people who have a lot of creativity, but they cannot do it because of lack of money. So right now, for him, ONPASSIVE is the best opportunity that we have got. So he will believe this opportunity is coming from heaven. So if Francine or Marcian have something to add.
Madison is up.
Yeah,
Madi,
that was amazing. She wrote all of that. I can't even talk that fast. She's got it all written there, exactly what you're saying, Vincent. And I believe on passive, listen, there's pluses and minuses to everything. It's harder for African people to get what they want like it would be for me. I'm spoiled. But what they learned was how to make something out of nothing.
Yep.
Now, what happens when you give them the platform of ONPASSIVE with the money backed by Mr. Mufara? These kids' dreams are going to come to reality. This is no joke. I've said this from the very beginning. This is fertile ground for people who have ideas. Because, yeah, that's right. In the real world, ideas are squabbled up by the big companies. They pay the people off and they trash it because they don't want the competition. This right there, what you said, what Marion said, that is ONPASSIVE, buddy. I'm telling you that. In fact, I want a copy of that because I also, this is conversations I've had. I've done many lives, and he's probably never been to none. Why would he? He can't understand English. But this is
he does. He speaks English.
Oh, okay. This is the kind of stuff that I've been pushing for years because I know everybody looks at it like the name of a product. This is so much bigger than that. Listen, there's a lot of people with ideas. For instance, that young man, they have nowhere to go to put that idea. There's nothing. They're half of them are worried about getting water they can drink that won't kill them. But if you could get a platform where, you know, everybody in the village or everybody in that area is growing, and you put them on the platform of ONPASSIVE, because I see what's going to come. There's going to be a big suggestion area of ideas and things you want to do. Maybe they'll all go to somebody, and us as guides in this business push it up to Ash. Ash will have his team look at it. Part of his team is sitting right here, by the way. Look at it and say, this is worth doing. This thing will blow up. And that young man or young woman in Africa that would go through this whole life and never be recognized could be a superstar in the world. And I believe that's going to happen every day, every year in many of these countries. We're going to make it happen. That's why I'm saying the technology's coming. We need to push ahead of it.
Yes.
We need to take this wave and say, here's what's coming, and start tilling the ground. You know what I'm saying? You can't plant anything if you don't till the ground. And all of you are tilling the ground. And that's why the first thing we got to do is stop nonsense of, I'm a leader, I'm Superman, I'm going to part the Red Sea. Bull crap. Somebody else did that. Our job now is to spread what we know and let everybody know they're welcomed, and their voice and what they say is as powerful as this fat guy in New Jersey. We all have something to say. We all push together. And if we go at one force, the wave of ONPASSIVE will flip Africa upside down. And some of the big innovative ideas will come out of a country that everybody had that sees on the news as poverty and nothing. And that's not right. We can change. That's what Ash wants, everybody. I don't like, I hate acting like I'm talking for him, but I've been 99% close enough that I can translate a lot of what he wants. I believe that. This is powerful. No doubt about it. This is powerful. I'm glad he said that. That means you guys see it. Those are what we want. That's going to come to reality. Trust me. You know, everybody plants these seeds and they stand there and watch, waiting for it to grow. Plant and walk. Plant and move. Plant and move. When you look back one day, you're going to see these big redwood trees that you started then. And you have a lot of these little plants all over Africa. All they need is water. They need a little bit of food. They need a place to grow. ONPASSIVE is that place.
Amen.
Okay, that's all I got, I think.
I know. We're just going to wrap it up with our one sentence or phrase. So thank you all. Thank you guys for coming. All our guests, esteemed guests. Thank you. I hope your past couple hours was well worth it. I think it's well worth it to us, the Otech pros, Ramadi, who's here. I'm going to start based on how I'm seeing the screen from my left to right. So Collins, you go first, and then I will just go Ramadi's next, Sesh, Engineer Mike. So just one sentence. We want to wrap this up within 5 minutes. So just one sentence or phrase, anything that is in your mind, what's coming up next week, or what you think, anything, just one sentence or one word. It could be one word or a phrase.
Yeah. So let's just keep the faith. That's it. The faith in ONPASSIVE. That's all we did. Just keep believing in Mr. Ashmufara and helping each other.
Amen.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Bramadi. One sentence.
God bless ONPASSIVE. God bless you. And like Colin said, let's keep pushing forward together. Together as one.
Amen. Mary Sesh.
So I want to say that we love ONPASSIVE, we love you guys, and we want to work together to help people. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineer Mike.
Yes, sir. My own goes with a question to all of us. ONPASSIVians, do we know our business? Just for thought.
Thank you. Do you know your business? That's a question for Engineer Mike. So let's take that with us home. Monsieur Guadio, un seul mot pour terminer notre émission, s'il vous plaît.
D'accord. Oui, vraiment, merci beaucoup. Merci, Bob. Le mot que je voudrais laisser pour cette émission, c'est que nous devrons savoir que ONPASSIVE nous a donné une valeur. Être à ONPASSIVE, la valeur que ONPASSIVE nous a donnée aujourd'hui, beaucoup d'hommes n'ont pas encore compris cela parce que on ne sait pas en quoi nous sommes. Aujourd'hui, quand nous prenons un peu ici à Oconnect, nous faisons notre réunion, nous nous rassemblons pour nous éduquer les uns les autres. C'est déjà une très grande valeur. Et cela a créé une grande famille pour nous. Et cette grande famille-là, c'est une valeur.
Voilà.
Cette grande famille-là, nous devons l'entretenir. Et si nous l'entretenons, je crois bien que nous pouvons faire de grandes choses avec ce que nous avons découvert. Simplement, ONPASSIVE n'a rien fait encore, mais déjà ce que nous avions peut nous permettre à faire de grandes choses. Elle peut me permettre à connaître le développement que nous voulons faire parce que lorsqu'il y a un point où nous pouvons nous réunir pour échanger les idées, déjà, ça fait déjà un grand pas. Voilà. En cela, je ne vais pas trop parler.
Merci, ça va.
Je veux dire merci pour tout ce que nous avons fait. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Massienne? One word, un seul mot, one word or phrase.
Mike?
You are muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. One word, let's keep unity and let's move on. ONPASSIVE is our next step. We are together.
Amen. Mon frère Yao, un seul mot, monsieur Yao, pour terminer.
D'accord, merci. ONPASSIVE égale abondance. ONPASSIVE égale opulence. ONPASSIVE égale règlement de tout ce qui est souffrance. Éradication de la pauvreté, à défaut, minimiser autant que faire se peut cette situation qui décime, qui humilie l'Afrique. Nous voyons les gens qui balancent sur la mer. Pourquoi? Au nom du Dieu héros. Ce n'est pas normal. Merci ONPASSIVE, merci Ashmufari. que Dieu te bénisse et que Dieu fasse que ces caisses d'argent viennent ici, et je pèse mes mots, pour qu'on puisse lessiver l'Afrique, notre pays. Dieu nous bénisse.
Voilà, je vous en prie. Mon frère Vincent.
Oh, my only word today to end this great webinar is a speedy recovery for our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara. May God recover him, speedy recovery. God bless ONPASSIVE.
My brother, Engineer Ofe, one word.
Yeah. Thank you. For me, one sentence. You know, with ONPASSIVE, I think it's a blessing for Africa and humanity. And ONPASSIVE for me is the end of poverty. So blessings and thank you. Of course, our prayers for our CEO and wishing him a quick recovery.
Amen. Not to say, Francine, one word or phrase to.
Yeah. My word would be there is a great achievement in serving with humility. And let us just continue serving with humility. Let us be grateful for what we have, because it's a gift. And we know the button to click if we are not happy. So we have a gift. Let us cherish that gift. Let us be humble and serve. We are here to serve. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. And for me, I will just end with something that our founder, Mr. Ash, said. He said when he came out the last time that you will be proud you stuck around. Anybody that gave us attention will be happy. Those are Ash Mufara's direct words. And we wish him a speedy recovery. He's going to be back pretty shortly. We speculate that I know he's inching to come out. So and when he comes out, I'm sure things will really escalate. So with that, that brings us to the end of our webinar today. Thank you all so much. Thank you to all our brothers from Africa, Europe, and around the world. This has been Bob and the Otech Pros. We meet every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. So we're going to see you 2 weeks from now. We'll come in, we try to educate, ignite, and inspire, and then we'll bring in new folks from around the world just to put the flashlight on them so that ONPASSIVE can recognize some people who are working behind the scenes but never known. So with that, I'll see you next week. Thank you on behalf of